Good morning, good morning. I have to be careful because there is a tree across our driveway and like 3 power lines. So I don't know how long all this is going to stay on. They're working on cutting the tree apart right now, but there's power lines from next door on one side and next door on the other side, all tangled in. And an old cable line that we don't even use anymore. So maybe they'll take that one off finally. I already got my Hobonichi. That was fast. That was like a day, I think. And I'm sorry, I still have this stupid stupid cough that I cannot get rid of. All right. Today we're going to talk about, for as long as I can talk, all the art stuff that we did. And we did some wet felting, which I have mine here. Here it is. Which was actually so much fun. Mine is not great, but here it is. Mine is really thin compared to everybody else's, but it's supposed to be like a Cotswolds cottage and a sheep. But alas, this is a Yorkshire or a Cotswolds cottage meets Star Wars, maybe. I don't know. Anyhow, that was that. And then we did some embroidering that were from Jenny Doan's grandmother, which mine is right here also. Pays not to put things away. But they brought us these little bags, which you can see how many of these bags I have. And I did some embroidering. This is on a dissolvable interfacing, and the pattern was printed on there, and it's a sticky back, so you just stick it onto the fabric, which this is a pretty like linen, and then you embroidery everything, which this is as much as I did, and then you sit this in water and all this dissolves, and then you're left with embroidery and beautiful linen. And they gave us 2 pieces, but I've only done one. Anyhow, that was fun too. So art. So I have my picture of my wet felting. This was a picture that was all pencil, like lines, in the place where we had our first genuine fish and chips and mushed peas. Ugh. Then the store that we did wet felting in, and I have this, the embroidery by Jenny. And I need to do something with the wet felting page. Make a blurb about it. But the place that we did that was a really neat art center, and it was called something brewery, and it was in a town called Cirencester, Cirenccie or Eister. It doesn't sound like Cirencester. It doesn't look like Cirencester, but it is. They pronounce some things differently. But it was a really neat little store. And it had lots of handmade objects, including these cards. And I just went crazy. And that's where Jenny got this paper. So I will line these pages with this paper. Because she gave me some, and then I gave her some of my Downton Abbey paper. But I just thought these cards were absolutely gorgeous. Ella Carty. I'm going to put this here. ELLACARTY.com. She lives in London and now works in Cornwall in the far southwest of England. But I just thought these were gorgeous. I got 3 of them. They're kind of like abstract. I love this one. These would make gorgeous quilts. This is how I love. I love art quilts, and I love to be doing something like that. So these are not going in here because I'm going to use these as samples. And then this gorgeous whale. I just thought he was stunning. Steph Renshaw Printmaker. Steph Renshaw Printmaker.com. In Bristol. I just thought he was stunning. And that's obviously done on watercolor. And then he's printed these again, or she's printed these again. I'm not putting that in here either. And then this reminds me of Gunner, who he's attacked the electrical guy that's here trying to cut the tree apart so that we can get out of get out of our driveway if we need to, which we don't. Not till later, perhaps. But anyhow, this reminded me of Gunner. So I just went ahead and got this one. But this is by Claire Youngs, claireyoungs.co.uk. And I have been following her on Instagram for years because she makes all these great animals and flowers and other things. In fact, I think I have a book of hers. Somewhere. I do, but it's in... Those are all quilt books. I'm not sure where it is at the moment. I've got books everywhere. But if I can think of... Oh, here it is. No, that's somebody else. Maybe I am thinking of somebody else. Seems like I had one of her books. Anyhow. Neither here nor there. I love her aesthetic. That's just all painted collage paper. I just think he's adorable, and that's exactly what Gunner looks like on a good day. So, those were my neat finds at that store and art center. All right, I have 2 of these. I think I'm going to put this paper over this. We did not hear, we had a tiny bit of wind one time yesterday for about 10 minutes, maybe. But the middle of the tree is rotted. So, and it's an oak tree, which have, according to my husband, shallow roots. I did not know that. But it didn't come down at the roots. It came down like at 7 feet. I did not cut that straight. I'm going to glue this on here and then trim it, I think. But you never know. And the guy, it came from the house next door that is the Airbnb, which that guy lives in Charleston. And my husband's already called him because my husband needs everything solved right now. Yes, he's one of those people that has the trash bag out before we even start opening presents on Christmas Day. And he's like, well, I don't know if the electrical company's coming. I'm like, you called them 10 minutes ago. Give it a break. And he goes, well, I don't know if she knew where I was. She wanted to know cross-hatching streets, whatever you want to call it, intersections. And he goes, can you not look it up on a GPS on your computer? Oops. Hold on. They're at the door. Oh, Lord. He's right outside my window. The electrical guy. He's probably... And the dog's going crazy because he wants to be out there. All right, that'll work. He can see into my craft room. Yikes. He's going to say, why are you worried about this tree? Have you seen your wife's craft room? Okay, I'm going to put this here. That makes a luscious background. But they're also great quilt patterns in that paper. Lots of half square triangles and diamonds and other triangles. And I love the colors. But I saw the paper and I'm like, no, I already have Downton Abbey paper. Where am I going to put all this paper in my suitcase? And then Jenny came back and we were on the bus to go back. And that night when we had dinner separate, except for like 2 nights. But she saw us eating dinner in the dining room of the hotel, and she said, this is for you. And I'm like, oh. She's like, I can't believe you didn't buy this. Sorry for the dog. Okay. I still have a little bit left. Now. Okay. What is it called? Logum Design, Kelly Hyatt. Published in the UK on paper which comes from well-managed sources. 2019. Okay. So now I need to take a picture of my embroidery, I guess. This might be a little staged too, because I don't know when I'm going to get a picture of my embroidery, because I think the electricity is going to go out here. I guess when our lights go out, we know. The night the lights went out in South Carolina. The morning the lights went out in South Carolina. All day yesterday. Coughing, coughing, coughing. I probably should do a voiceover. All right, I want to have this here. And then the embroidery, I'm going to put a picture of my embroidery here. A blurb about our wet felting class. And I know I have a brochure. I'm looking through my box of stuff. And the dog is going berserk. Isn't that blue paper that I used for Winston pretty yesterday? I really thought it was pretty too. All right, let's see what's in here. Here it is. New brewery, like a brewery, like a place where you brew beer. New brewery arts. And I think it was like a brewery at one time. They have all these different great workshops. Punch needle. I think I want to put this here. At least I might cut out this part. I might do that because I'll still have enough room for Jenny's blurb here about her grandmother's embroidery patterns. Or maybe I put the journaling for this here, the journaling for this here. No. I just think that picture was so interesting. All right, we're going to make this smaller. All right, we're going to get some stuff on here, and then we have to wait till we can print something else. I think the first guide is just the guy that assesses the issues and cuts the tree apart so that you can get out the driveway in case there's an emergency. Like a coffee run. I've been so bad. I think I'm really down because of this stupid cough. And I had Frappuccino yesterday. I've had one this morning. I know. I'm just frustrated. Or I'm using it as an excuse. Put it that way. Which is not right. I know. My husband's talking to somebody. I'm trying to put as much stuff to the left here as I can. And to the right. Away from this center seam. Because it's becoming problematic. This is a thin one. But, I mean, like London and William Morris are going to be crazy. Traveler's Notebooks needs to allow for stuff. That would be my only thing to them. Oh, that's nice and straight. It's down there now. And this is the logo of Missouri Star on my little journaling, so I put that at the top, which was kind of like a theme, a running repeat. Okay, so now that'll get done. So then we have, let's see, Winston is empty. This is a bunch of stuff, which I think is a lot of like stickers from London and receipts. Here's more Cotswold stuff. All right, before we leave the Cotswold, well, we still got William Morris. I guess I could put some of this in here. That doesn't say where it's from. This says Boots. Stratford upon Avon, probably. I think we got water. And some hairspray. We are nothing if not wild on our spending. Siren Sister. Here's how you spell Siren Sister, right there. Cirencester, which to me looks like Siren Kester, but it was pronounced Siren Sister. They pronounced it for us. That was our hotel. This is stuff from the hotel. Okay, I'm just going to put all this extra stuff here. Travel stamps. All right, that's trash. This is going here. That's done. I don't think I need that because I have this. All right. Here was our welcome dinner. And we had the president of Craft Tours with us that night because he was doing and the president and founder, he was doing a tour, the same one we were doing, but he was a couple days ahead of us. But he sat next to me at the welcome dinner, which I knew I had recognized him from somewhere. He used to do a show on PBS, discovering different crafts in different places, and then he would in-depth learn about them. I was like, I knew I recognized you from somewhere. Years ago on PBS. Jim West. Yeah, Jim West. All right, this was off of one of our hamburgers or something. I stole the paper. All right, so then this can go here. This can go here. And this is from my shirt that I got at the outdoor shop. And just kind of stuff from our trip. Siren Sister was a little town we were based out of. One place it said Bath, but we were close to Bath, but we were actually in the town of Siren Sister because it took us like 3 minutes to get to this little brewery place. Old brewery / now neat art thing where they taught different art craft classes and displayed. They had pottery, they had jewelry, they had textiles, they had all kinds of stuff. When I say textiles, I mean like weaving and knitting and hand-dyed silks and stuff like that, scarves. Really pretty, and it was very well done. Just a really nice store. But they also taught all these classes all the time because they had I could see where they had like a printing press that you would roll paper through. like on a block to make block prints or something, or print on fabric. Because I was just walking through it one time, and while we were doing our class, I'm like, ooh, can I steal some paper from here? Because they had newspaper and things like that there. But I didn't. I behaved. Okay, so that's the end of the Cotswolds. That's the end of Winston. Felting is done. The Cotswolds, I think this is all repeated stuff. Stratford upon Avon. Highclere Castle. This is just stuff I have not used. Now we got William Morris and London. That is going to be wild. And William Morris, we have tons of paper. So let's just see if we can perhaps get something down. This is so thick, a binder clip won't even go over it right now. So far, the electricity hasn't gone out. Knock on wood. All right, what do I have in William Morris? Okay, Victoria and Albert is London. I have a ton of stuff. This might be a 2-pager. All right, I have this, which I used in my, I think I put that in my Hobonichi also. Kelmscott Manor. This was looking out the window into like the little courtyard in his house. Oh, it was so pretty. One of his journals in Iceland, which you really can't see a whole lot, but they were beautiful watercolors and writing and all of that. A close-up of some wallpaper looking out the window towards the countryside. I loved all these little signs. Kelmscott Manor, that's the name of his house. All right, I know I have stuff that I probably will not use. I have this postcard, which I might. Oh, here's the side of his house. Part of it. I'm not going to use this. I just thought this was pretty. Handmade cards. A block print by Elizabeth Tyers. Tyers. etires59@gmail.com. But I have I have this card. I have another rabbit. I have a brochure, which I might be able to use as a tip-in. Then we got all these wackadoodle tickets. They were trying to sell us yearly passes and all this kind of stuff. And it's like, no. We don't even live here. And this was not run. This was run by the Society of Antiquaries of London. Owned and managed by the Society of Antiquaries. So it's not done by the country. Well, it might be. But it was a very small house. The green room, the tapestry room, the attics, they were charming. Jane Morris's room. William Morris's room. The garden hall, the white room, which all the rooms were like the size of my craft room or smaller. That might be a great tip-in right there. Then I have a bag. Which I'm thinking I could do this, but it's wider. This is the house right here. The gift shop was back in this barn. There were several barns, but here's the actual house. This is the only part you went into right here. Am I in the camera? Right here. And this part back here, we didn't go in. These were all barns. There was a little lunch place. We had coffee there. Not coffee, but it was just such a beautiful place. and so inspiring. It's just covered, the yards were covered in flowers and different bushes and all this kind of stuff. Adult annual return ticket. We didn't need any of that stuff. So I'm going to put this in here. I might just put that in and not put these in this, although I might cut out that logo. So that can go back in the envelope. Oh, pillow pictures falling. Well, the truck is gone. Huh. That's interesting. Okay. I'm just kind of just getting my bearings here. I'm not going to do this. I think I am going to put this here, though. Well, hold on. I might could use this as a tip in. And everywhere, dogs. Sweet old dogs that worked with the ladies. Followed them around. It's really just charming. I think I could tip that in going from the top. And then put some more pictures. Oh, I have paper still. Ay. Okay. We're going to vegetate on this one a little bit because we have paper here too. When I say paper, I mean William Morris scrapbook paper and stickers from your local Amazon shop. Okay. Oh, I better put the lid on this thing. I really liked. I did not think I was going to enjoy this as much as I did. And I think I've already said that 100 times, but I did. I really did. So, let me go check the status of the tree. My husband's standing at the top of the driveway. Thank you for watching. Tomorrow, William Morris. Speaking of landscaping,